How's it going? I'm Dan Nelson here at our Happy Valley Gloucester facility in Massachusetts. Before we got into the seed game, we were dialed in for producing smoking grade flower. We have the privilege of working with this massive canvas to run our genetics out, capture a bunch of data, and look at things like finished flower. So in front of me, I have our overtime. Overtime is our keeper pheno of Endgame cookies from Ethos times Endgame 3. This one is really notable for its fruit punch notes, with some phenos, that's amazing, with some phenos expressing this almost like a Valencia orange peel type of nose. So about 3 years ago, we won the High Times Cannabis Cup for hybrid with the Endgame Cookies parent. That was part of the lineage on this one. So I love the production on this. A lot of phenos that we found are nice hash washers, which is cool. So, and this is a machine trim, so your hand trim is obviously going to be a little cleaner. But as far as the bud to leaf ratio, this really doesn't leave much to be desired. And the other cool thing about being able to grow things at scale is I have 3 or 4 teams that can leg in and provide feedback. So if I give my trim team something that's too leafy or hard to trim, I got to hide from it in the parking lot. If something doesn't sell in retail, we're not going to grow it again. So all those things are taken into consideration when we're formulating our crosses and creating menu offerings for Happy Valley Genetics. Next up, we have our Candy Games 38. This one is from our candy store times that same Endgame 3. The Endgame 3 adds a lot of vigor and bud structure to already solid bedded genetics. One of the things about our candy store parent is when we did our initial run, out of 100 plus plants, there was only a 4-point delta in terms of THC. So that speaks to the stability of the genetics that we inherited from our collaboration with Ethos. We have 2 distinct phenos of our candy store. One's going to be terpinolene dominant. That's the 25, which is also available in Candy Games 25 through HappyValleyGenetics.com. What I have in front of me is the 38. So this one has more of a fruit, strawberry, roasted nut kind of earthiness to it. This is another hash washer. So we are big solventless fans here at Happy Valley, and anything that we think is going to have legs in solventless, we certainly want to get the word out so other hash aficionados can get their hands on it. Great bud to leaf ratio on this one, super vigorous plant, very easy to grow. And then, last but not least, is my personal favorite, our Another Level. So as a legacy guy, I really cut my teeth and grew up on gassier, funkier strains. I'm a fan of a lot of the new fruitier stuff, but this right here has a special place in my heart. So we see a lot of chem expressions coming through from that GMO Skittles parent, and a little bit about the backstory on this one. So we ran about 160 GMO Skittles from Ethos about 3 or 4 years ago, and found a keeper that really expressed those GMO terps, the garlic, mushroom, onion, acrid funk. After that GMO Skittles became part of our stable. When we introduced our breeding program 2 years ago, this was definitely earmarked as a pillar and something that was certainly a candidate for breeding with. After we hit it with the Endgame 3, we ran out another 100 seeds before finding our keeper. And what I found is when we're running more than 20 of these seeds at a time in a pheno hunt, you have an opportunity to find this super unctuous umami pheno that has like a seared meat kind of smell to it. It's a very, very unique expression. And the next shot we're going to see is going to be in one of our flower rooms.